MYRTO LAMBRINOU suffers from mental disability. Her mother, who worked for Greece's biggest social security fund, says she couldn't find any state-sponsored daycare facility for her.
Being responsible for a child with special needs as a single parent with a limited income, the difficulties were enormous. And it wasn't just that. I was always plagued by the thought, what will become of this child when I go? That's what really drove the other mothers and me to find the funds and build this shelter.
The workshop, as the shelter is called, was built by private donations raised by the parents of its 90 apprentices, and it has changed their lives. A specialized staff teaches them to make rugs, terracotta, soap and biscuits, which bring income. But the state is crucial. It covers about half the workshop's annual running cost of $1.4 million. Without it, the workshop would close, a real possibility, says one of its founders, because austerity policies have reduced its subsidies.
For 6 years, these people have had a cut in pensions, benefits and health care. The extent to which they're considered disabled has been recalibrated. In 2012, there were 220,000 severely disabled. Now it's 150,000.
Hundreds of disabled people took to the streets on Friday to protest against those cuts. They fear much worse is to come.
The Disabled Confederation estimates that total public spending on the disabled has fallen by 2/3 during the crisis, from $2.5 billion to about $900 million today. It says that has already led to the first daycare center closures and will drive these people to poverty and the very margins of society.
Social exclusion is already higher and access lower for disabled Greeks compared to the rest of Europe. The proportion of disabled people who go out to the cinema, theatre and sports events is between 5 and 10%, half the European Union average. And disabled people say employers don't observe a law obliging them to hire one disabled person in 20. MYRTO is one of the lucky ones. She has moved into the workshop as a boarder, sharing this house with 8 others. She knows she'll probably never marry or have children, but she has a family she likes to write poems to.
However many years go by, let us always be united. When we're old, let us know that we were 9 children holding 10 red roses and that we loved each other.
It is unlikely that many among Greece's 1 million disabled people will look back on such a rosy past. Psaropoulos, Al Jazeera, Athens.